Hello and welcome back to Pinebrook Homestead. My name is Marie and I am 53. Today I am giving you confessions. Confessions about my life since I left my job in customer service, and I worked in customer service for 8 years. So to me, that's a long time. I thought I'd have a cup of tea with you. First confession, I like tea over coffee now. That never used to be the case, but I'll explain why in another confession. So, customer service is a thankless job. And I avoid people because I worked in customer service for so long. I don't like public spaces. I really don't. I don't like busy stores. I will choose to go grocery shopping after everybody's gone to work, everybody goes to school, and the store is quieter. I can take my time, look at things, and be friendly with the others in the store. I don't really enjoy going to arenas or sporting events. I used to love concerts, but even that now is, it's a lot of people, and I just don't do well with it anymore. I answered the phone and cashed people out, and in any given day, I would speak to 100 plus people. So when I would come home at night, I would shut the world out. And it was how I was able to rejuvenate myself. I didn't like talking on the phone. So I will confess, I don't answer the phone unless it comes up with a contact and it's somebody that I know. I don't answer it. If it's important, they'll leave me a message. And 9 times out of 10, it's spam calls, which is awful. You get in that rotation and wow, they are relentless. And I'm even on the do not call list. It does not matter. Another confession, I have my notes here. Here's the biggest confession that I can say from working 8 years in customer service. I now have anxiety. I never had anxiety before, and this past year it really ramped up, and so now I have anxiety, which is why I choose tea, which this is chamomile, over coffee these days. I find that if I drink coffee, my anxiety ramps up. Chamomile tea is relaxing and it helps with my anxiety, but that is a real thing that I am working through and trying to deal with, is the anxiety coming off of that job. So that's a confession. Another confession coming out of that job, and I know I have them on right now, but I do it because my kitchen is dark and I can't film without my overhead lights. But once I'm done filming these videos, the lights go off and I'm done. I prefer the candlelight over overhead lights. I find they raise my anxiety level. It's too much. I prefer the house quiet, or I will play soft instrumental music. I don't like the loud noises anymore. That work environment at sometimes were so loud. It was deafening and it would give you a headache. And I just don't do well with the loud noises anymore. You'll never find me with the TV blaring during the day. I just don't. I stay pretty quiet and I learn new things. This channel is one of them, using these cameras and editing and all this stuff. That has been fun. And I like talking to you, and I like I've had such amazing subscribers and their comments, and some can relate. And you all have been wonderful. So if you want to join this family at Pinebrook Homestead, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll share more with you on maybe even getting over anxiety. I told you in some previous videos, I am on a health journey, and that's part of the health journey, is getting over this anxiety. And I've got videos coming up about keeping ourselves nourished in 40s, 50s, and 60s, and what our body needs more of and less of. So if you find that interesting, or this content today, hit the subscribe button. So my next confession, I prefer to do things by myself. Now, there's a reason. When I was working, there were a lot of Gen Zs that I worked with, and I'm Gen X. And I'm not saying we are right or they are right. Maybe sometimes they can be right. But let me explain. I was very loyal, rarely called off, worked myself to death, and worked myself, doing multiple different jobs, and always wanted to leave that day knowing that I gave my all, I gave my best. And I always worked around some Gen Zs who would do just the minimal, nothing more, and I never understood it. I never understood. My parents gave me such work ethic, and I got frustrated at times because I was like, why can't you pitch in? But they didn't. They did the minimal. Came in, punched out, they were done. And maybe, just maybe, if I would have developed some of their ways of looking at things, maybe I wouldn't be in this boat with my health, with anxiety, headaches, overweight, due to the stress. They had no problem just saying, okay, I don't like this job, I'm gone. It took me years to convince myself to get out until I was seriously sick. It took me years. And that's not good for all of us. So that is part of my health journey, I will confess. The stress was insurmountable. And I'm working to let that go. The gardens help. Oh, the gardens help with the stress. Cooking, doing things I enjoy, reading, my devotionals. Those all help. Now, I'm not saying I don't like people, because I love my neighbors. I would give my shirt off my back if they needed it. I love my friends, my family. But as for the public, not so much anymore. I don't believe I will ever go back to a job where I am involved with working with the public. It's tough. And people are rude. And they lie. And they're disrespectful. And I cringe at the thought of Black Friday. You'll never see me out in the stores on Black Friday. I prefer Cyber Monday. But I really pray for all of the customer service representatives and cashiers this holiday season, especially on Black Friday. So I have a favor to ask of you. When you're out and about buying your Christmas presents and you run into that cashier or customer service representative, could you thank them for the job that they're doing? Could you wish them a Merry Christmas and thank them? And we all need to be kinder to each other, because that girl or guy is just trying to put food on the table, get that paycheck, and put Christmas presents under the tree. That's it. Just like you, just like me. And that's my favor. So I'm going to ask you that favor. When you're out in the stores, please remember this conversation and be kind and thank them for the job that they're doing. We all need to say thank you and live with a little bit more gratitude these days. So what else have I not touched on? I prefer nature over cities. I hate driving downtown. I don't like doing it, and half the time I won't. I prefer country roads over highways. I prefer cooking at home, which you know, over eating out at restaurants. And like I said, I prefer Cyber Monday over Black Friday. So I want to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. If you know somebody alone, ask them to join, take a plate over to them. The holiday seasons are tough on people, especially if you've lost a loved one. Show kindness there as well. And I am going to get into the kitchen, and I have some dishes that I need to make, including my stuffing for tomorrow. So I want to thank you for listening. Sometimes I think we need to draw more attention to certain areas and what people are going through. And this was one of them for me. So I'm 53. I'm starting over, working through some health battles with stress and anxiety, weight. And I can't wait to talk to you again. Thank you so much, friends. Don't forget to subscribe, and we can visit again. Have a happy Thanksgiving.